So hello and welcome to domytriesthis. I hope you brought your cuppa. Today's coffee mug is another Valentine's coffee mug from my husband. Another one of those you can get in the store with the candy and the animal. I have no idea where the animal is. I'm sure it's around somewhere. I don't throw those things out unless something's happened to them. This coffee mug is a little interesting in that it has these hearts all around it, but it has a flaw on the back side. As you can see, it doesn't go straight down the way it does on this side. So makes it kind of a unique, unusual mug that I really enjoy having. Probably not like any of the other mugs that are done like this particular mug. So yeah, I think that makes it interesting in its own respect. Anyway, so today's tea is a vanilla honeybush. It's from Stash. I'm starting to use more of my Stash teas between my Sips by boxes, particularly the older ones that I haven't drunk much recently. This is a tea that I know that I enjoy. I just haven't had it in a long while. And as I recall, it has a very light, sweet flavor, but let's see if my memory is correct. Yes, it's a very light, delicate tea. It still needs more steeping time, especially since it's a Stash tea. It needs probably its full 5 minutes. And it's only been steeping for, a minute or 3. So hopefully it'll be a little stronger by the end of our video. I'm going to go ahead and let's set that down and let it continue to steep and maybe cool off just a little bit. So today we are doing another one of my sample queens. And guess what I'm not wearing? There y'all go. Got my crown back on. Just didn't want to take it away from the dragon. He seems fine with it. Anyway, so we've got another sample queen, and we're working on skincare. Most of these are foil packs, so they haven't gotten a lot of use. Unfortunately, I'm going to give you the best report on each item that I can. There are a couple that are not foil packs, but let's just go ahead and get in it. And into it, that too. So I'm going to start off with this Aveeno Positively Radiant Moisturizer. I love the scent. It's light and fresh. I don't think there's anything, well, there might be a little bit left in there. Just a little bit. Teeny tiny little bit. As you can see, it's kind of a, let me know how my lighting is now working for you guys anyway. Kind of see it's your standard cream. It is a little bit looser than a lot of the moisturizers I've had. This is kind of the nice, loose, light consistency that I generally like. The scent is really fresh and light. The sample is a little hard to work with, but at the same time, I'm really glad that they had a way to open it without having to fight the packet. A lot of these foil packs, the way they do them, you either have to have scissors or you're going to fight opening them. And then when you open it, you get stuff everywhere. So it's nice that they still had stuff in here. And yeah, I do think there's at least another use in there. It takes time to absorb and feels a bit tacky while it does, and I can still feel it on my skin most mornings. So it's not like it's completely absorbed in by then. And not in a good way. It doesn't really seem to live up to the claims. I didn't notice my skin tone evening out at all. I do have areas of redness. I do have some areas of discoloration. This didn't help with those. Although there's also, it's a little sample. There's not a whole lot of this to be able to use it on a more long-term basis to see, if I'd had it for, say, if I could have used it for a month or more, we might have seen something going on, but these samples don't last that long. They never do. And it does state somewhere, I think in here, that it says that within 4 weeks. Hold on. Feather Light Breathable Formula deeply hydrates skin for a full 24 hours. Clinically proven to tone and help improve the look of dark spots, starting in just 4 weeks. So yeah, I didn't have 4 weeks worth of stuff here, so I can't tell you if it started lightening anything up. Has SPF 30, UVA, UVB protection, so that's something. I don't feel that my skin was really any more hydrated, and it was on the light side, but not feather light to me. Not particularly impressed by it and wouldn't purchase it. So There's stuff left, and I was saying I could go ahead and put it back in the bathroom, but apparently I wasn't really impressed. It's been a while for some of these samples. I am honestly trying to get through a lot of older samples that I have had sitting for a while and just haven't gotten to. So this is one of those, and not impressed with it, apparently. So I don't remember much about it, which I think also is also a clue. If you don't remember much about a product, then more than likely it's not a product that you'd be very happy with. Memorable products are either really bad or really good, and this was not memorable at all. So next we have the Clarins Pore Control Serum. Came in this little packet. There's actually still some uses of this one in here too. It's a creamy white serum, like a loose cream. I only applied it to my nose at the time because that's where I have the biggest problems with my pores. You probably aren't going to see any difference on there. Gave kind of a silicone-y feel, but did seem to help with my smaller pores. I have some larger ones that were still fairly apparent in the mirror after I applied this. And it even felt and looked like it survived nose blowing, which I have a lot of. I have allergies. I'm having issues with my eyes today. So if my makeup starts melting in front of your face, that's why. I've got allergies going on, and we've got all kinds of things going on right now. Some reduction of the effectiveness when applying my Vichy 89 moisturizer over it or under it. So wondering if it will survive applying primer. I did try it with primer. I do not remember how it really helped. But honestly, if a serum isn't going to last through my Vichy, then it's probably not going to last through much of anything else, and I don't see how it's helpful. There was no long-term. It was like the reduction was immediately after application, and as long as I didn't put anything over it. So something like that seems to me that it wouldn't be particularly worthwhile to continue to use, and I don't see that there would be any long-term effects if it can be easily removed with a moisturizer or something else being placed over it. Your serums go under everything else, so if it's not going to survive anything else going over it, it's not going to help long-term. So my next couple of samples were our bigger samples. We have the serum HCR 3-in-1 serum, and then I also have the serum Youth Boost Diamond Moisturizing Cream. So let's start with the serum. As you can see, it came in a nice little bottle with a dropper. I have used pretty much all of it. I think there's like a little bit on the side. There's a little bit on the thing. It's a somewhat milky but translucent thick liquid with a light, very pleasant scent. It's on the perfumey side. So it is light, it is pleasant, but it's not like it's really floral. It's not really spicy. It's just really perfumey. But like I said, it's a very light scent. It wasn't aggravating to me, and scents can be very aggravating to my allergies. I needed about 6 drops of this, which isn't a lot, and it spread easily over my skin. I had a brief, somewhat cooling sensation when applied. It absorbed quickly, and skin felt soft, almost silky. I have to say, I ended up really liking this, and I'm really sad about the price. Serum is very expensive, this particular brand, and this particular serum is $195. $195. I don't have $195. If I had $195, I wouldn't be spending it on this, even though I liked it. Even before seeing if this would improve my skin, I really liked it. Long term, it did appear to help with some of my redness and my discoloration and my under eye issues. I just can't afford it. Why? Why do they have to make these $150 to $200 serums? I don't even know how much comes in that $195, but considering it's a serum, it's probably not much. And I mean, yes, it would last you a while, but no. If it were cheaper, I mean, a lot cheaper, if it were in the $30 range, I probably would purchase it. But at $195, absolutely not. But I do have to give serum kudos for the kind of packaging and the amount of the sample that they included. That actually allowed me to see if this would actually do anything for my skin. And as I said, it really looked like it was starting to take effect and do things for, especially along my under eyes. So it makes me really sad it's so expensive. But yeah, this is not a repurchase, just based on the price. If it wasn't this expensive, I might. So this is their moisturizer, and it came in this little thing that's inside the little packet. Again, I need to give them kudos for giving you a lot of product to try out to see if it would work. I don't know if there's any in here. I think I tried to use these two up to the fullest. Oh no, there's a little bit. So it's standard white moisturizer consistency, maybe a little bit looser than some. Needed a bit more than I expected to need to use it. And initially it felt a bit tacky as it was drying down. It did give a bit of a glow to my skin at the time. And the drier, more textured part of my under eyes did seem a little smoother when I used it from the first use rather than waiting. The area with the dimpling looks smaller. The dimples themselves, I have my eyes are shit today, so pardon me. But right in here, I have an area of my skin that starts looking kind of dimpled. And those dimples look smaller and the whole thing looks smoother. The more textured part of my under eyes did seem a little smoother from the first use. Didn't notice any changes to my redness, but that could take more time. My cheeks needed a bit more of a moisture boost as well. I'm combo oily. I'm oily on my nose, and I'm really dry on my cheeks. So I have found that if I get something that works for this area of my face fairly well, I'm going to need a booster for my cheeks because my cheeks are dry. And that happens to be worse in the winter for me. Unlike with the serum, I probably won't regret passing on the $175 price tag. My skin was smooth and soft when I rinsed in the morning. A small amount of redness may have reduced, but it was hard to tell. Or it may have been wishful thinking, or it might have been the serum, or a good skin day. It could have been any number of things. Still less dimpling under mine. The dimpling came back after my shower, however. So this does not have lasting effects as far as I can tell, and it is too expensive, and I have other moisturizers that will work for my skin. They won't necessarily get rid of the redness, but I'm not using a lot of moisturizers that do that. I've actually been looking for a moisturizer that's just more on the lighter consistency. It doesn't feel so heavy on my skin, rather than moisturizers that are dealing with discoloration, because I think I do pretty good with the foundation covering any discoloration up. So not something not something I would purchase. I think it's too damn expensive. I think there are other moisturizers out there that can probably do it for a lot less. I'm really liking the Derma E that I've been using lately for my skin facial wash, and I've started trying to use the First Aid Beauty, and I've been enjoying the new Barriere cream, and I'll have a full review on that at another time, but I've been enjoying that lately. So as long as I'm not looking for something for actually reducing the discoloration on my skin, there are definitely others out there that can moisturize my skin just as well, and do it for a far less price. So this is the Giving Me Life Tightening and Brightening Face Mask. This actually came in as a gift with an order I made from a friend. She had a palette or something that my daughter wanted, or anyway, came in with an order. It might have been with a blush. I've only done 3 of these things, so, and I have the memory of a sieve. ADHD and anemia do not mix. So if you're the one who gave this to me and I don't remember, I apologize. My memory is terrible. My husband will tell you. We will make decisions 5 minutes later. I have no clue. So, yeah, it's pretty bad. So anyway, this has a creamy mud-like consistency, a slight yellow tint, a nice, light, fresh, almost grassy scent. Slight mud burn. If you use a mud, or some of the charcoal masks will do it too, but if you use a mud mask, you will notice kind of a warming sensation on your skin. To me, that's the mud burn. How strong that mud is working on your skin and seems to determine how much of a burn it is. But it shouldn't leave any discoloration. It shouldn't make your face red. It's just a warming of the skin. So there was a slight mud burn when applied, becomes less opaque as it dries. Skin felt soft and smooth, maybe a touch dry, but the pores look good. However, my skin felt sensitive and uncomfortable, like it had been windburned, like it had been out in the wind and had been in constant windburn. So that slight sensitive feeling. I didn't see any issues where I was feeling this, but it's not a product I'd try again, just because I'm real careful when I'm feeling sensitivity, or I should say more sensitivity to things. My toning pad came out clean, but stung in some places, which is never done before for a mud mask. This mask seems just a little too harsh for sensitive skin, so I wouldn't recommend it if you have sensitive skin, but if you don't have sensitive, you could give it a try. Like I said, my pores look good. My skin came up clean. My skin felt okay. Touch dry, probably in my cheeks again. So whether or not it did any brightening or tightening, I couldn't tell you. I guess with the pores looking good, it did some kind of tightening on the skin. But yeah, it's not something that I'm willing to risk, say, a worse reaction to if I tried it again. You can try things for 2 or 3 times and just feel uncomfortable, and then suddenly just bam, you're not uncomfortable, you have a problem. So when I have something that is making my skin feel sensitive like that afterwards, I don't use it just in case I'm going to get the bam. So we're trying another expensive brand. This is the Skin Cuticles Tripid Lipid Restore 242. Like the Aveeno, it came on a packet like this. There's probably just a little bit in here. Yes, there's a little bit in here. It's a thick white cream, very light scent. Yeah, kind of on the floral side for that one. Yeah, definitely on the floral side. You need very, very little. Not the easiest to spread out, but not horribly difficult either. Skin felt like it had almost a tacky waxiness on it. Didn't see any immediate difference, but not really expecting anything either. I don't have the rest of this card. Fullness restored, texture resurfaced, radiance rediscovered. So yeah, but stuff like that often takes time with skincare, and I don't think there was enough of this to do that, even though you don't need much. Noticed a very slight stinging the second time I applied it. It did go away, but it's concerning, and I didn't see any other changes in my skin. So again, it's another product that I'm not inclined to buy. I'm sure it's fairly expensive. It didn't seem to do anything for me, even with the amount of time I had with it. And from the size of this, I would think that I had quite a bit of time to work with it, not needing a lot and everything. So for me, I would say it's a no. For someone else, you'd have to see if somebody else really enjoyed it. I probably wouldn't buy a full size unless I managed to try a sample of it first, just because I'm sure it's really expensive. But for me and my sensitive skin, I'm not going to risk any more issues, any more stinging. We're not doing that. So my last 2 items are from Avon. We have a Hydrofusion Anew Gel Cream, and we have a new Hydrofusion Replenishing Serum. Let's start with the serum. Again, we've got those little packets. I kind of like these. If you're going to send a foil pack, I kind of like these because, like I said, it's really easy to open them. It's relatively easy to get the product out. There seems to be just a little bit left in each of these. But again, it's a foil packet, so if there's any long-term effects, I'm not going to notice it. So let's start with the a new serum, which says 2 times immediately doubles hydration. Hyaluronic acid, raspberry antioxidant, no dimethicone, and you're probably going to hear something in the background. My neighbor is upstairs being noisy. There we go. Anyway, like I said, I like how they made these. Let's see if I can get anything out of here. No, I think dump these really dry. No, there it is. There we go. So it's kind of a clearish, liquidy, very drippy serum. This has a really nice fresh smell like some of the others. I'm going to put it on my wrist. Yeah, it's very light. It's very... I'm going to say it reminds me almost of like a really fresh ocean breeze. Really, really fresh scent. It's really a nice scent. Yeah, I said in my notes, it reminds me of an ocean, I think. So yeah, I think it's like an oceany type of scent, and it's light and very refreshing and very pretty. The serum is milky gel like cream that spread more like water, so that was really nice. Absorbed quickly, left skin a little tacky, but my Klairs freshly juiced vitamin E mask spread over it very easily, and I needed less of that mask than I would normally need if I hadn't used this beforehand. I do like it. I do like the fact that Avon is doing some other things that I haven't seen before. I was an Avon representative 30 plus years ago. So I remember some of the stuff they had back then. I'm glad to see them still around and doing stuff. So I do like it. Unfortunately, I don't think I would purchase it. I have enough serums and gels that I'm using right now, but if I were to purchase a new serum, this probably would be the one I'd purchase. It's just, as much as I like it, it's not a love. So I like it, I'm not in love with it, so I wouldn't rebuy it. Not that I bought the sample. I wouldn't purchase it. There we go. The gel cream is an even thicker version of the serum. Yeah, as you can see, it's kind of a thicker version of the serum in color and consistency. This is hyaluronic acid raspberry antioxidant. This does have PEG 8. It has dimethicone, 72 hours of hydration. So it's supposed to be a long-lasting moisturizing cream. So lighter in color and in consistency, lighter on the scent. Only need a small amount. It goes a very long way. It does have dimethicone, though not really that far down on the list. Skin felt tacky rather than smooth and soft. As the tackiness slowly went away, I didn't feel my skin was soft and moisturized with it. And the thing with dimethicone is it's supposed to give you that extra soft slip. So if I wasn't feeling that, I don't think the dimethicone was doing its job. The problem with dimethicone is it creates a barrier, which can be helpful if you're trying to see that little piece, that little bit has covered from my wrist down to here. So it didn't need much at all. And it is feeling tacky. It'll absorb in and feel less tacky. It honestly, though, I don't think this has enough moisture for my skin because my skin felt dry everywhere except on my nose. So it might be a good moisturizer for oily skin because, as I noted, my nose is oily. Even over skin that had the serum, I hadn't masked, my skin still felt dry, and I had to put something else over it. So oily skin, maybe. Really oily skin, also a maybe. But for combination, probably for normal to dry skin, I wouldn't recommend this, and it's not something that I'm going to purchase either. So my skin is on my arm is feeling a little on the softer side. I can feel some of that smoothness as it gets in there. Sora just fell out of the window, I think. You okay, Sora? I don't know. But like I said, my skin on my face felt dry, and I want something light, but I need it to still be moisturizing. And so it's not something I would purchase. So that's it for today. Like I said, perfect timing. I don't know if you can hear him up there, but I hope you like what you've seen and that you will come back again. And if you're not subscribed, I hope you will subscribe. If you do subscribe, please check the notification bell so that you know when I upload. I typically upload on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, but we do get the occasional bonus upload, and we will be getting one in February. So Be watching out for that. If you're part of my notification squad, you're going to want to check your bell and your subscription because people are being knocked off of both of those. YouTube could fix this. I really do think YouTube could fix this. I don't know why it's not being fixed. It's been going on for months now. Actually, it's been going on since I think my last giveaway when we were having trouble with the comments. So maybe this whole thing is an extension of that and they just haven't figured it out yet. Maybe not enough people have complained. I don't know. But YouTube, get your act together. Anyway, if you don't subscribe, I will be sad, but I will also understand because I am not everybody's cup of tea. However, you're always welcome to come back again because we love having company over here at Dommy's Casa, at the Dragon Casa. Yes? Sora got out of the window. She's now laying down someplace safe on the floor. Anyway, so you're always welcome back, so I hope we will see you again. And if you do come back again, don't forget to bring your cup of tea. Let's see if this has actually gotten stronger in the 30 minutes since I started filming. If I'm looking up over here, it's because he's just, I don't understand how anybody would want to put their business out for everybody to hear. Just go in the house with that stuff, bring it down. Don't know. Noisy neighbor. So I'm going to try to calm it down with a little bit of this vanilla Honeybush, but yeah, he's being really loud up there again. This is like the second or third time today. Drama. So I'm getting the vanilla. I'm not sure what Honeybush is supposed to taste like, but I am definitely getting the vanilla. What is in here? Honeybush, organic Honeybush, and organic vanilla extract. So it's just got Honeybush and vanilla. So it's a light, delicate tea. I am getting the vanilla. So the other flavor in there must be the Honeybush. It's on the sweeter end. I did try to go easy on my sugar because I am very aware that this is a much sweeter tea. And with the sweeter teas, I do have to go light. I do like it. Not as much as I remember liking it, though. It's a good tea, don't get me wrong, but I think the Sips by Teas have kind of spoiled me a bit for flavor. Anyway, so that's it for today. I hope you're all having a great evening.